Welcome everybody. JR Fisher here. It's Monday morning. What is it? The 6th of June, 2022. Man, have I got some great information for you today. If you want to quit your job and you want to be a digital marketer, you're going to want to watch this to the very end. You will be surprised how easy this is to do. And I think you're going to get a lot out of this. I really do. Let me get all my stuff going here. I've got my iPad off to the side here, so I'm listening to you. And I'm going to look at your comments. So make sure you're putting those comments in there. If you haven't subscribed yet, what? Why haven't you done that? You got to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there, that big red thing that says subscribe. Yeah, you got to click that. Turn it gray. When you turn it gray, there's going to be a bell that's going to pop up right next to it. It's going to look something similar to this. Okay, this bell here. You want to ring it. You want to turn on all bell notifications. And what that means is when I upload a video or I go live, you're going to be told about it. So make sure you do that. The other thing that YouTube really likes is the thumbs up, the like thing down there. So if you click that like for me, oh man, I would really appreciate that. I really, really would. That would help me out so much. You know, in 2009, I started selling stuff online. Now this is what, 2022. It's been a few years, okay? And it was rough in the beginning. I'm telling you, it was rough. I wasn't good at it. I didn't know what to do. Heck, I couldn't even type. I didn't know anything about digital marketing or selling stuff online. Well, since that time, I've sold millions and millions and millions of dollars of stuff online. And I mean, literally, we sell millions a year now. So what happened? What was the difference from I didn't know how to type. I didn't know how to send emails. I didn't know how to hit that reply button. I would actually type out the email or copy and paste it and start another email and then send it to somebody. That's how I just didn't know anything. Okay, I didn't know a thing. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what point you're at. I'm going to go through 6 things you can do right now to become a digital marketer and make money. If you want to quit your job, you can do it. It's not hard. This stuff is not hard. You're going to see by the end of this training session today, you're going to look at it and go, well, I could do that. You know, and that's kind of what I did. I came to that realization. I looked at all the people out there and I said, heck, I could do that. That doesn't look that hard. And it took some time and I had to figure it out. But fortunately, I do videos now to help you actually cut down on that time. So you don't have to spend as much time trying to figure things out. Don't forget to use that chat box. Tell me who you are, where you're at. Ask me a question. Let me know what you like, what you dislike, whatever it is, use the chat box. The more chats we have in there, the more distribution YouTube gives this video, and the more distribution, the more people we can help out. And that's what I want to do. We don't sell anything on this channel. All I do is videos to help you make money online. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start going through some of these steps right now. The first one is really simple. And it's the one that I did the most, and that was study digital marketing. There's all kinds of digital marketing, right? There's social media and there's clicks and there's, you know, videos. There's all this stuff out there, and you got to study it because the best thing you're going to do is actually become specialized. You've got to acquire this knowledge. There's a lot of ways to do it. I have courses, which you'll find in the description after this video is uploaded, that you can actually buy, but you can also go through my channel. There's over 1,300 videos on there, how to make money online. So you could go through my videos for free, you know, just sit there and binge watch them. Instead of binge watching Netflix that doesn't make you any money, binge watch on my channel. Tell yourself, I'm going to watch 5 videos a day. Heck, they're only about 10 minutes long. So you can invest less than an hour a day, and in a week, you could be close to an expert on this stuff. So make sure you do that. There's so many things to learn about. There's blog posts, there's ebooks, there's all kinds of stuff. And I covered probably 99.9% of those on my channel right here. So, you know, you can learn all that stuff. All right. The next thing I'm going to tell you is to practice, 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 practice. That's number 2. Okay. The best form of education is actually putting things into practice. This is the thing that people don't do very often. The reason they don't do that is because they think, well, I don't know how to do this stuff and I don't want to start and look dumb. You know, I don't want to look silly. You got to practice, guys. You've got to try this stuff out because that's the best way to figure out what doesn't work. You're going to have some mistakes. Things are going to get messed up. but you got to create like test campaigns. You got to monitor the results. You got to look and see what's happening. You got to optimize the campaigns. You got to tweak them a little bit more. You got to learn from your mistakes. If you follow the instructions on my channel, and I've got a lot of instructions, a lot of videos on there, you'll get better and better and better at this. You know, being a digital marketer is not going to a college for 4 years and having, you know, $400,000 worth of debt. And that's not being a digital marketer. It's actually getting in there and have stuff happen, get some results. Keep track of those results, you know, put those in a portfolio so you can show people what you've done. I see a lot of digital marketers will say, well, I've done, you know, 6 campaigns that have generated over $1 million in only 90 days or whatever it is they've done. And they've got proof of that. They've got screenshots. You can see what they've done. But the only way you'll get to that stage is if you start trying to do stuff. You don't have to spend a lot of money on this. You can go out there and just try to build an email list. You can email your list, or you can run some ads, you know, for $10 a day or something. But you've got to get entrenched in there, and you got to practice. That's what I tell people over and over: is they aren't trying enough. You got to try enough. You got to make more mistakes. Okay, if you do that, you're going to learn a whole lot more. But if you just sit back and go, "Gee, I wish I knew all the information," you know, it's not like that with digital marketing. It's not mostly classroom. It's mostly experience. You know, a lot of professions are, you know, we're going to show you how to do all these things in the classroom, and then all you got to do is go out and apply them. It's not like that with digital marketing. We can show you the basics of digital marketing. You can learn the basics, but until you actually implement it, until you actually do that, okay, you're not gonna get good at it. You're just not going to get good at that. The next thing I'm going to tell you, number 3, is to network with other digital marketers. Network with other digital marketers. This is so very important, guys. I can't tell you how many times I've sat down with somebody who was a half, or gosh, I hate to say it, even a third my age, and said, hey, have you tried this little trick? Did you know that if you put this little drop down here with your entire script below your videos, that you're going to get a lot more views because not everybody can actually watch the video? You know, little things like that. If you do those things, guys, if you get around people who are actually doing what you do and are successful at it, and I will caution you, be careful who you listen to too, because there's a lot of people out there that are talking, you know, all this big talk, but they really haven't done anything. But it's pretty easy to check people nowadays, isn't it? It's pretty easy to check people, to see what they've done, to see, you know, how entrenched they are online. I was at a furniture store this past weekend, and it's a really nice furniture store. We bought a lot of stuff there. And when I was there, I saw a guy, an older gentleman, and he was talking to the sales rep. And he says, well, this home that I'm furnishing has 21,000 square feet. There's only 2 people living in it. And my ears perked up. I'm like, wait a second, 21,000 square feet, only 2 people living in it. So I couldn't help myself. When the sales rep walked away, I went up to him and I said, hey, I heard you talking. And I noticed that you said that you were furnishing a 21,000 square foot home. Is that right? And he says, yeah. He says, I am, but I'm doing it for a friend of mine. He says, I do interior design and decorating, and, you know, I help people with their homes. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. And he says, well, that's not the main thing I do. I have this restaurant. And he told me about the restaurant. I won't say who he is, but it's extremely famous here in Austin. It's a huge restaurant. It's actually a tourist attraction. And he's been doing that for 40 some odd years. But the point I'm trying to make with the story is, I introduced myself to a guy and said, hey, I just want to talk to you because you sounded interesting. You need to do that, okay? What you need to do is you need to go to some of these conventions. They're all coming back now, right? We're not locked down anymore, I don't think, right? I mean, we're semi-locked down, but it's not that bad. But you got to go to these things, and you can't wait for people to come to you. You have to look out there at all the people and go around and introduce yourself and say, hey, you're an interesting person. What do you do? Tell me about what you're doing. Don't go up and say, can you teach me something? Can you give me something? You know, don't do that. Don't say, can I pick your brain? I hate when people say, you know, I want to go to lunch with you, JR, and pick your brain. I said, well, before you do, pick your credit card, okay? Because I don't teach people for free. But you can network with people. You can learn from people. I have a lot of friends that are in digital marketing. And when I say digital marketing, I mean everything from e-commerce, commerce, excuse me, to, their consultants, to they run, ads on YouTube, all kinds of different things they do. They do SEO. And I talk to those people on a regular basis. I say, hey, what you doing? What you been working on? What's going on, man? Share some ideas with me. And I love to hear some of the stories they say. And now I also reciprocate. If they need help with something, I will freely give them help if they're in that circle of digital marketers that I hang out in. So I think it's really important. The queen's within. What's going on? Good to see you here. Let me get over here. I should be putting, all your comments on the screen. That way you get some advertising there. There she is. She's up on the screen now. But guys, this networking thing, I can't impress this upon you enough. And I think it's gotten a bad name, because for years networking was, you were trying to sell everybody in the room on your program. That's not what I consider networking. What I consider networking is surrounding yourself with people who are really good at what they do, and you try to help them out. What can you do for them? What can you provide to them? What can you share with them? How could you teach them? It's so funny. I see people go to these conventions, right? They go to these conventions and they go, well, that was a terrible convention. I didn't meet anybody good. There was nobody there to help me. It wasn't very exciting. I didn't like the speakers. And you know what? I always say to myself, you went for the wrong reason. The reason you should go to a convention, and that this way you'll never be disappointed, is to go and help other people. What if every time you went to a meeting, you went to a meetup, you went to a convention, you went to some training, you were there and you said, well, who can I help in the room? Who is somebody in this room that needs help with something? If you do that every single time, what's going to happen is you'll get a lot out of it. You'll get a lot out of it because exactly what you went for was to help other people. Now you say, well, JR, how is that going to help me? I don't know. It may or may not help you, but I know one thing. I'm never disappointed when I go to a meeting or a convention or networking and I help other people out. I think in the long run, it comes back to me. I think in the long run, I get some help, but I don't go into that room. I don't go into that meeting. I don't go in there and try to get information out of other people and figure out what everybody else is doing and take it back and use it. It happens that way many times. I will tell you that. But it's also happened where I've gone to a meeting. I went to a meeting a few years ago on a cruise ship, and I met a client there, and I didn't go to get any clients. Okay. This person just heard about what I was doing and wanted to hire me. And this person hired me for 33 hours. That was over a period of 3 months. Okay. So I think it was 11 hours a month. And they paid me $66,000. $66,000. That's $2,000 an hour. Because I, met them on this meeting, okay, because I networked, because I was sharing ideas with them first to help them out because they were telling me about their business and I was telling them how they could tweak that and how they could do that a little bit better, how they could improve on that. And when they heard that, they said, can I hire you? And I was like, I guess. I hadn't even thought of it that way. And they were like, well, can you do some of this for us? And I did that. But the point is, I was helping somebody first and it turned into something else. And by the way, at that same meeting, I got another client that I made about $20,000 on, and I helped them out a little bit with their business. And now they've grown and they're a multi-million-dollar business, and they weren't when I met them. They were doing like $100,000 a month, and now they do in the millions a month. Because of some tweaks we did, and because he took it further and instituted new different things and built upon what I taught him, and I brought their whole business. Matter of fact, their team, which wasn't that big at the time, I think it was about 6 people, to a meeting in San Diego. We all sat down and I went through and I taught the entire team. So when I go to these meetings, it's not to get out of these meetings anything I can. It's not to get stuff from other people. It's to go to help other people. So if you're coming back from these meetings, if you're coming back from these networking sessions and you're saying, well, that sucked, that wasn't any good, I didn't meet anybody good, you're going for the wrong reason. Okay. So that was my number 3, by the way, is networking. Okay. It was kind of a long-winded one, but that's my number 3. And don't forget, keep putting your comments in there, guys. I really appreciate you doing that. It's very helpful to the video. Okay. It's very helpful to the session. So make sure you do that. All right. Let me get back here to my screen where I was at. Next thing I want to tell you, number 4 is number 4. And this is the, gosh, I know this is a lot of work, but I want to tell you, start your own digital marketing blog. Start your own digital marketing blog. Having your own digital marketing blog will help you practice what you've learned and demonstrate your expertise, because you'll have something you can direct people to. You know, if I go up to somebody and I say, hey, you know, I could tell you how to improve your YouTube videos, or I could tell you how to do some digital marketing, and I don't have anything online about that. Okay, there's nothing about me doing that online. They're going to go, well, if you're so good at it, why aren't you doing it, right? So I have this channel here. There's 1,300 videos on here. Okay. Is it the biggest channel online? No, because I talk about business and I talk about hard work. I don't talk about this stuff is easy. I don't talk about you're going to have money overnight. I don't talk about I'm going to make you a millionaire and you're only going to work 4 hours a month. I don't talk about that. I talk about hard work. It's not for everybody, but the stuff I talk about actually works. And I can direct people to a video. I can direct people to some training. I can direct people to something I've actually done. I can show them my website. So you need to start a blog. Okay. You need to keep this blog up. You need to post on a regular basis. And some of you listening right now are going to go, JR, that sounds really hard. That sounds like a lot of work. It is, but it's useful. And if you do this hard work, if you put in the time, if you put in the effort, you're going to reap the rewards. But I'm telling you, if you don't want to do that, digital marketing isn't for you anyhow. Okay. So number 4 is start your own digital marketing blog. It's also going to help you make connections, guys, in the industry. You're going to seek out maybe different writers. Maybe you can have different writers write on your blog. Invite other people's opinions to your post and offer to write for other publications. You know, do something out there. Put forth the effort. Put forth the effort. And if you don't believe writing an article or a blog will get some interest, think about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, right? She wrote something, right? And it got a lot of interest. Now, it wasn't the kind of interest she wanted because she wasn't truthful. But, you know, if you write something, if you put something out there, you never know if it's going to go viral. You never know if it's going to get you sued for 50 million either. So make sure you tell the truth. That's the important thing. Next thing I want to tell you, number 5, you want to seek out training and support from experienced digital marketers. I think too many people want to go out there and they want to become a digital marketer and they want to make all this money online and they want to be good in e-commerce and social media and all these things, but they're not willing to invest the money it takes to learn this stuff. Okay. What other profession do you go into, whether it's a doctor or a lawyer or you know, I don't know, engineer or whatever, do you learn that profession and you don't spend any money on training, right? It's craziness. You've got to spend some money on training, but it doesn't cost that much. It really doesn't. I have courses that you'll see below in the description of this particular video and all my videos. You grab one of those courses. Some of those things are like $27 a month, right? Some of them are $1,000, depending on what you want to learn. But the point is, you need to learn. You need to invest in yourself. You need to get that training, and that's going to cost you some money. Don't expect to become a digital marketer and make tons of money online and never, ever spend any money on your education, right? That's craziness. Can you go through my channel and watch 1,300 videos? Yes, you could. It's going to take you some time. You're going to have to get organized. You're going to have to figure out which one's going to teach you. Wouldn't it be easier if, let's say, you wanted to learn, you know, Facebook ads, that you took my course on Facebook ads? Or if you wanted to learn email marketing, that you took my course on email marketing? That would be a whole lot easier. It's a little bit more organized, but you could, all that information is in that 1,300 videos too. You could just go through every single video, but that's going to be a little bit more time consuming. So if you're interested in cutting down the time and getting more bang for the buck, buy a course. You don't have to buy my course, right? No, you don't. You can buy anybody's course, but make sure they're doing what they tell you. Too many people will do a course because they sold something 3 years ago online and it was moderately successful and they haven't done anything since. I do this stuff every single day. We sell stuff every single day. I have websites. You can go there and look at them. Survivalcave Food, jrfisher.com. All these websites are stuff that I do stuff on every single day. So when you're getting this guidance, when you're getting the support from these so-called experts, make sure they're doing it every single day. You've got to vet the person. Let me get a little drink here real quick. All righty. And let me get back to my screen here, guys. There we go. We'll take that one there down. And guys, utilize this chat. A lot of you aren't utilizing that chat. You got to do that. You got to participate. And that's the biggest thing I tell people all the time is you got to participate. You got to be involved in life. You know, you want all these things out of life. You want to get all this money and all these things, but you don't want to put anything out there. You don't want to talk. You don't want to chat. You don't want to ask questions. You don't want to offer suggestions. You've got to get involved. The people that get the most involved are the people that get the most out of, any training or anything in life. The people that get involved, they're the ones who are actually doing something. Okay, we are now down to number six. All right, let's take a look at this. Keep learning and improving. Okay, here's the funny thing. I see people, and I think it's those one-hit wonders where they'll sell a product online or have a course or whatever, and they've made some money on it, but they haven't done anything in years. And it's usually because they don't keep learning. Everything changes. And I'll give you an example. My marketing online, my software I use for, let's say, just emails. We'll just pick emails right now. Originally, it was Constant Contact, and that was in 2010. I started using Constant Contact. And then I used Aweber, and then I used MailChimp, and then I used Infusionsoft. Infusionsoft was expensive, man. I'm talking expensive, and they call it Keep now, but it started off as Infusionsoft. And it was written by these developers. It was super complicated, and I don't use that anymore. But it made me money. Okay. And now I use Kartra, which I'll have a link in the description. You can watch a video on Kartra and all it does. But Kartra is a software that does email marketing, but it also does landing pages, which I was paying for another company to do that. It also does analytics, which I was paying for another company to do that. And all in all, I had 8 different companies I was paying for. And then I got Kartra. Now, how did that happen? Because I kept learning and I kept improving. I kept looking for something that was better. All the time, you got to look and see what's better. Digital marketing is really an ever-changing and evolving field that requires the people in it to constantly evolve too. You cannot remain the same and remain successful marketing online because things change all the time. I know a lot of people were making money on Facebook ads. And then Apple changed, their algorithms and what information you could get, and all of a sudden their ads died, and the ads got really expensive, and they were out. They were out because they weren't looking at all the new things that you could do. They weren't looking at YouTube ads. They weren't looking at making videos. They just stuck with one simple thing, and they never changed. They never learned. You've got to never stop seeking out new learning materials and opportunities to improve your skills. Your skills have to get better and better and better. And I think this scares some people, because they're like, well, I hate when things change. I hate when that happens. It's always going to happen that way. Things are always going to change. Things are always going to evolve. Let me see here. I've got another comment. Let me pop this up here real quick. It says here, my Wi-Fi isn't working too well this morning. So if my responses seem late or lagging, that's why. That's okay. We love having you here, and that's not a problem. You do what you can do. That's all I ask. Do what you can do. All right, guys. So as I said, there's only 6 steps. I've given you the first 6 steps here, but there's other things you can do. You can get a Google Ads certification as a professional accreditation awarded to digital marketers who show proficiency in basic and advanced aspects of Google Ads. Check it out. Okay. Is that something you need to do? It is vital for anyone looking to get started in digital advertising and work on search, display, mobile, video, pay-per-click, whatever it is. So go get that, right? Go check that out. It's particularly important for pay-per-click professionals who constantly use Google Ads to implement, monitor, and track campaigns. I would suggest you check that out. Becoming a Google Ads certified person will require you to pass 2 certifications. The Google Ads Fundamentals exam, which covers basic concepts, the benefits of paid advertising, the practices for managing advertising, all your campaigns, and you can choose from search, display, mobile, video, shopping, advertising, whatever you want to do. The Digital Marketing Institute offers perhaps the defined digital marketing certification. So you can check that out too. There's also Google Digital Garage, which teaches you the fundamentals of digital marketing and provides a general certification for covering building your online presence. So you can do that too. Check this stuff out, guys. Use this stuff. This is the stuff that's going to make a difference. Okay. This is the stuff that's going to make you better at what you do. And you can do all kinds of stuff online. You could do affiliate marketing. You can actually do this digital marketing for yourself. You can do it for other companies. I guess my point today is if you learn this stuff, you can move forward and you can get a lot done, guys. You can get a lot happening in your life, but you got to learn it. Plucky Chickadee, Tam, what's going on? Good morning. We are chilly here and getting ready for a feudal outdoor swimming lesson. Oh my gosh, chilly? Wait a second. Let me share something with you. Hang on. Hold on. You're not going to believe this. I'm going to show you something. I'm pulling up my weather app here, guys, and I want to try to show it to you. And I'm going to show you daily. I think if I turn it sideways, I can show you more of this. All right. Let me get rid of this ad that's popped up. Yes. It's not going to go. This is our weather today, guys. Let me get this off the screen. It is 84 now, but I can't get that to show up here. Can I do that? No. All right. Well, let me call it out to you. Today, 101. Tomorrow, 101. The next day, 100. The next day, 102. The next day, 103. The next day, 102. The next day, 103. The next day, 104. The next day, 102. The next day, 101. Then 101. Then 101. Then 100. Then 101. Then 101. That's our weather through the 20th of this month. That's our weather. So if you're a little chilly, I will trade with you right now. I will trade with you right now because I tell you what, ours has been kind of tough. Let's see here. The Queen's Within. Let's see here. What's she got to say? She says, yes, we've heard of Kartra, but can you get everything out of it except the landing pages? What if I'm not keen on the format of the landing pages? They have pre-built landing pages in there, but you can alter them any way you want. You can change up whatever you want for landing pages. And that's something that's included in there. So I would definitely say, check out Kartra. You'll be amazed what they can do. There's no landing page you can't create or change in there. So, if landing pages are your issue, they got it, but they also got places in there for your courses. They've got stuff in there for emails. They got stuff in there for funnels. They got everything. You can upload your videos in there. They got all kinds of stuff. So, man, use my link, because if you use my link in the description, which will appear there after I'm not live anymore. No, I don't mean I'll pass away. I just mean this video is not live. Use that link and you can actually get a test drive of it for only $1. $1. Okay. So it's worth it for $1. I think that gives it to you for a week or 14 days. I don't remember what it was, but check that out, because that's going to, I think it will amaze you. I really do. I think it'll amaze you what Kartra will do. I've used it for the past, I think like 3 years now. That sounds like a long time, but I think it's been about 3 years I've used it, maybe 4. And I wouldn't trade it with anything that's out there now. Now, that's not to say I will always stay with Kartra. Why is that? Because if something else new comes along and it's better and it's more cost effective, I'm going to move to it. I don't get stuck into any situation where I say, well, I'm going to do this for the rest of my career. No, because I don't know what's going to happen. I didn't know about Kartra when I had Infusionsoft, right? That came out. And before I had Infusionsoft, there was Aweber, MailChimp, and Constant Contact. Like I told you, you've got to constantly look and see what's out there, guys. It's so important that you do that. If you have any more questions or comments, feel free to put it in that chat section. I love talking to you guys. I really do, man. So please put that in there. And keep in mind, even if you're not watching this live, you can put comments in the comment section down there. You can ask me anything you want. You can share with me where you're at, what's going on. Tyann was telling me about her weather, and I appreciate that, right? I want to know what's going on in your life. It's interesting. It doesn't have to be some technical question. Just associate yourself with other people online and interact with them, man. That's this interaction. These people that are interacting, they will do well because they're interacting. That's part of life. You got to participate. If you don't want to participate, you're just going to sit in the corner to the very end. Is that what you're going to do? I hope not. Hope that's not what you do. So make sure you participate. Super important you do that. Give me a thumbs up. All of you on here now, please hit that thumbs up. That matters so much to these videos. It really gets more distribution. I don't know why they care about a thumbs up, but they do. So hit that like button that you like this, and then they're going to show it to more people, and we can help more people out. And that's the ultimate goal, is to help more people out. If you haven't subscribed yet, what? Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there. Turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live. Guys, that's what I got for you here on Monday. I will be back on Wednesday. I don't think I have anything else going on Wednesday, so I could do this. but let me double, triple, quadruple check. All right, let's see here. My calendar. We're looking at Wednesday. Guys, I'm open. If you're open at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, Central Time, 10 o'clock Central Time. And like I say, guys, if you can't show up when I'm doing these, don't worry about it. I mean, I'd love to have you here. I love the interaction, but these are going to be up on YouTube. They're going to be in my list of videos, so you can go back and watch these. Maybe you missed something. Maybe you want to take some notes. Go back and watch it again. Even if you're live, sometimes I go kind of fast. You need to go back. If you want to know what those 6 things are to become a digital marketer and to fire your boss, go back and look at them. It's what I did. Okay. So go back and look at those 6 things. If you do those 6 things, it's not 60 things. It didn't take you 60 months, right? It's 6, just 6. So go back and look at those 6 things. And in doing so, you're going to learn more. You're going to become a better person. And you're going to have more fun in life too, right? This stuff's fun, guys. Don't make it all difficult and hard and all that. Make it fun. Have fun. You know, I was talking to my wife the other day. And I was telling her about a friend of mine that I have from high school. And the guy builds entire neighborhoods now, and he's done really well in business. But I told her, you know, when you watch him do anything, he always has fun. You know, even he was a beer sales rep, you know, in the beginning of his career, and he worked for some beer company. But he had fun, and the thing was, he put in a lot of hours. I'm not going to say he didn't work a lot of hours, because he would be out at the nightclubs at, you know, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, talking to bartenders and the owners and all that. Everybody else worked 9 to 5. But he was having fun. He went there and had fun with people, and he grew that business just to the nth degree. But he put in effort and he had fun. So make sure you have fun along the way. That's what it's all about. It's not just about money and working hard and all that. That's part of it. Make sure you have fun. Guys, thank you so much for listening today. I appreciate you being here. I have videos coming out every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Plus, I go live generally Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, depending on my schedule. I missed this past Friday. I apologize for that. I had some stuff going on, and I was lazy. I'm going to just call it what it is. Okay. I could have worked it out. So I will work it out Wednesday. I'll see you on Wednesday. If you have any input onto the type of training you want, maybe there's a subject matter, maybe it's SEO, maybe it's building landing pages, whatever it is. If you have some input on that and you want to learn certain things, please do that. You know, put that in there. Any recommendations on where you can learn SEO? Yes, I have a great place to learn it on this channel. Type in, go to my channel, and in the search bar, type in SEO. You will see how to do it. You will see what a meta title is, what a meta description is, how to use keywords in your descriptions of your products. Very important stuff, guys. SEO is very time consuming. I'm not going to say it's not, and it takes time for that stuff to really have effect. But I would definitely say go in here and look at some of the videos I have. There's a lot of courses out there too. Let's see, Tyann says I'm taking 2 courses at the moment and getting used to corresponding softwares. Good for you. See, she's always learning stuff. That's very cool. And how's your kid doing, by the way? I haven't heard you talk about your kid in a while, so put that in there. Let me know what's going on there. Guys, thank you so much. I think I've run a little over time. I'm 2 minutes over, if that's okay. But if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat now. If not, put them in the comments section below once the video is uploaded. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here right now and get some work done. I'll talk to you guys real soon. I'll see you on Wednesday.